Welcome to Newcastle Fan Channel, the channel that talks everything Newcastle United. Today we're going to talk about a couple of things which have come out. One is the Premier League fixture list, and two is the season ticket new renewal. The prices have come out and also the renewal date. So we'll come on to that shortly. We'll start off with the Premier League fixtures. So I've got them right next to me. So we start off on a Sunday. Playing another last year. Obviously we started off last two seasons actually we started off Spurs at home. If you remember, we lost on both occasions. 2 years ago is when Shelby was sent off for that stupid stamp on Dele Alli. But this year we are starting with Arsenal at home. Last year we did lose to Arsenal, if you remember. Xhaka and Ozil. I mean, Xhaka scored that ridiculous. I mean, I always criticise Xhaka. I think he's a very, very overrated and very lucky to play for him, but he scored an amazing free kick for Arsenal. So yeah, we start off with Arsenal at home. Then we go to Norwich away. So possibly one of the supposedly easier games, and then it is Spurs away. So and then Watford at home. So it's going to be really important for us. I think this year to have a good start. Last 2 years we've not had a good start, and I think we've done, with the squad we've got, we've done well considering. But the start has always been a bit of a struggle. Last year I think it took us 10 games to get a win. So when you go so long without a win, you're always starting from behind, and therefore you can't make progress. So I think it's very important for us to get a good start this year, so that maybe, you never know, if you get a good start you can kick on, you can do better when we've struggled. So I think Rafa, if he's here with everything, like the new manager, whoever the manager is, will be wanting to get a good start, because he'll be knowing it will help sustain us. Looking at some of the other big fixtures, we've got Liverpool away 14th of September, Chelsea away 19th of October, probably a quite important game. Man U at home 5th of October. Obviously we lost there, when Dubravka made that error. Man City at home, obviously probably last year our best result, somehow beating that team. I still don't know how we did it. But yeah, that's the 30th of November. We finish on some quite tricky games. Spurs at home, Liverpool. Our last two games are Spurs at home and Liverpool at home. So, two quite tough home fixtures to finish on. So if we are going to be fighting relegation, it's going to be important, that we've picked up the points before then to make sure we're safe. So I would say our running is quite tricky, actually. I think the fixture list this year is it's a bit strange, because A, we don't know who the manager is going to be, B, we don't know which players are going to be here, and if this takeover does happen and the amounts of money are true, we could have a completely different squad when we start. So it's really hard to judge these things with it. All we can do is we can just hope that something happens, or the Rafa situation as well gets sorted. The other thing I was going to talk about was, I'm a season ticket holder myself. I got my email through yesterday that my season ticket price is going to go up 5%. And the other thing was that the renewal date is July the 4th. Now, for me personally, I think with the way the uncertainty over the takeover and also the manager situation, it's quite interesting that they've not made it a bit later. For me, they should have given a bit more time for the fans, because a lot of fans I know have said to me, I'm not renewing unless the takeover happens. I'm not giving any more money to Mike Ashley. If the takeover happens, I will renew freely. Some people have said, doesn't matter who's the owner, who's the manager, I support. Some people have said, if Rafa goes, I go. So I think, there's a lot of variables in how you're going to renew the season ticket. Now, for me personally, I think it will depend on how things are looking. I'm not going to renew straight away personally. I am going to wait and see, because I am a bit concerned about how Newcastle have been and where our ambition is. Really, it is very, very difficult when you see clubs like Bournemouth, Norwich, Huddersfield outspending us. It does get a bit frustrating. I mean, I just read this morning that Villa are going to spend close to, they've got 3 players lined up and they're going to be spending close to 60 million. Like, for me, you know, we should be spending money. We should be bringing in these types of players. It's just, it is very frustrating. I know Almiron was the one which is a bit different, but I just don't get a sense that with all this takeover that anything is going to happen. And if it, we're going to be scrambling around at the moment. So I think a lot of fans will delay their renewal date closer to time. The key time is the 30th of June, because if you think about it, that's when Rafa's contract is up. If he hasn't renewed by then, I think a lot of fans might not renew their season tickets. The takeover is taking so a long time to happen, but we have to wait and see. We have to wait. The club made this no comment statement the other day, and again, it's just keeping the fans in the dark. I mean, say it's in progress, say something is happening, say no progress is being made, because at the end of the day, people have to plan their lives and they have to plan their season ticket. And a lot of this, this is one of the frustrations Newcastle have had under the Mike Ashley regime, that we are like North Korea. There's hardly anything comes out of the club, and you feel less and less connected to the people who run the club. So I'd like you guys to tell me what you guys think of the fixture list, and also what you guys think of the should people renew or not renew, or what should we do? Because is it fair that the way they put up the prices and they've put the renewal date when they still don't know who the manager is going to be, or the takeover? So let me know what you think. Please hit the subscribe button and the like button if you like these videos. Thanks very much.